Hey everyone, totally didn't just stage that 3 times to get it right, but you may be wondering what's inside this very, very large box. You're probably not wondering because it's probably in the title and thumbnail, but to tell the story of what's inside this box, we've got to tell another story as I open it. No top down this time because, quite frankly, this box is way too big to set up my top down camera, but when I was at Woodward a couple weeks ago, my buddy Brett Downs came up to me and he goes, first thing he said, he just taps on my shoulder, he's like, "Do you have a helmet deal?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Do you want one?" And that is where we find ourselves today, opening this very large box that I'm pretty stoked about. So you've already seen the title, you've already seen the thumbnail. There's no way that I can keep this kind of a thing complete secret before you actually see what's inside the box. What's in the box? So I'll just start it out by saying, as I fold this open and I literally can't even, this box is enormous. Before I get into this too, by saying I've been a gigantic advocate for wearing pads and safety gear my entire life. Legitimately, oh my god, my entire life riding. Because I recognized from a very young age that wearing padding like shin pads, shin guards, ankle braces, knee pads, I recognized that all of that would prevent the injuries that would keep me from riding. And I think it really started with me rolling my ankle on tail whips because the color. I was just bummed that I couldn't ride for a couple weeks because I had a rolled ankle. And so I got an ankle brace after the second time this happened, and I landed the tail whip with a severely rolled ankle just not even a week later. And I think from that point on, I was all out safety gear all the time, except for a helmet all the time. I didn't wear a helmet all the time because I had that 4-foot ramp and above rule where if the skate park I was riding at was not an indoor, wasn't concrete, and was 4-foot ramps or below, I was like, well, it's 4-foot ramps, I'm okay. And that was until a couple Septembers ago at this point. Not the past September, but the one before it. When I was at the trails, if you've been following this channel since then, you'll remember I crashed on my third run on the smallest jump in our smallest line, not even doing a trick or anything. I got stuck sideways with a helmet on and just got whipped into the ground. Concussion, hospital, CT scans, giant medical bills. Okay, relatively speaking compared to some other things, not giant, but big medical bills. And it was awful. And from that point on, one, my girlfriend Victoria pretty much made me say that I would wear a helmet anytime I rode, no matter where it was at. And two, it's just smart to do because it showed that I crashed on the smallest jump there and had to go to the hospital, that it can happen anywhere. So on top of all of what I already believed with shin guards, knee pads, and ankle braces, helmets became a thing too. So without any further delay, what we have in this box is a package from Shadow Riding Gear. My buddy Brett referred me to Sam, which I had already met at Ray's and we had talked before because he'd already sent me some pads, and here we are today opening a box from them. Directly on top, also I should add too, some of this stuff is going to be going towards the Apple Creek Trail Jam, which is happening July 10th. It's on a Sunday. Apple Creek Trails. If you don't know where that's at, hit me up. Plan to be here. We're also planning to do like a little jam session, just whoever's in town or whoever wants to come out and ride the skate park that's 10 minutes away. This Saturday, the 9th before that. Some of this stuff is for prizes for the jam. So on top, we've got a Shadow hat, another Shadow hat. These two things here will be prizes. Somebody's going to win a beanie in the middle of summer, and you know what's going to happen? That person's going to wear it in the middle of summer because that's what people do. So we're going to set these aside. I don't want to open up something that's going to be a prize. Also, I'm claiming these. Victoria might steal some. She already has a pair. Socks. Socks are great as well. You've already heard my thing about socks. But more for the jam as well. We have a bunch of pairs of gloves, and I'm probably going to have to look at this color. This is me. Blue and lime. I'm wearing lime green right now. Blue, likes, and green. It's my color. So we've got some gloves. Some of these will also be given out at the jam. We've got small, medium, large, medium, large, medium. So we've got a bunch of gloves that will be given away as well. Actually, let's give some. I got another camera set up. It's not top down, but it's another camera. So this is the lime green and black. Here's a Crow colorway Conspire transmission gloves. Here's these. And in talking to Sam, it's something like talking with Shadow Riding Gear is something that I had thought about like previously when they first gave me some pads, when I got pads from Ronnie Bonner at Sparky's, and then Sam sent me some. It's something I'd thought about, but I didn't, follow through or reach out about it. And we also have right here the super slim knee pad. We've talked about these pretty in depth. I have a full review on these. I love these pads. In the grand scheme of knee pads, I have, since my review, hit my knees like hard in a couple different places and wasn't hurt at all. Could keep riding for the day. Didn't hurt the next day. That was kind of what I was waiting for to do the review, and it happened after the review, but I did have that happen like severely a couple times, and it was great. And in the grand scheme of like knee pads in the greater like bicycling market, these pads are very affordable compared to some other things that are out there, and they're even like Moto certified in a certain extent. I talked about that in my overview and review video. Watch those if you haven't yet. So we've got a pair of these, size medium. I'm running out of table space. There we go. Then, ooh, get stoked, people. Invisalite shin guards, large and medium. These are going to be given out at the Trail Jam, July 10th. Be there. Invisalites are the thinner version of these pads. They have, here, we can take these out. It'll be okay. I gotta at least show you guys, because I haven't shown these on my channel yet. They're a thinner version, which just have this foam on the top, and then like the, not neoprene, but the stretchy material on the back to make them comfortable. Got two pairs of those, medium and large. I'm going to be looking at the jam for somebody who is absolutely sending it and doing crazy tricks with their feet off, but no pads on. And that's kind of who I'm going to be looking at for these. Let's pull these out too. For anyone who hasn't seen the overviews or the reviews or review, they're both, there's one inside the other here, but these pads, the top has got this like canvas-like material. The bottom is a neoprene-like material with about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of foam padding underneath. There is a pad on the inside of your knee. This is the left pad, so it would go on the inside of your left knee. Breathable back middle, neoprene outsides with a adjustable strap. These knee pads are great. I've said it already. I'm stoked. Next up, we have the super slim shin. These shin guards have a plastic material in them. They're a little bit more heavy duty than the other ones. These ones actually Velcro. The other ones just slide on. And then they have this plastic material. You really should just watch the overviews and reviews, but we're here. Let's pull it out now. Plastic that goes on the inside that is also like, it's bent in a way that keeps it hovered off of your shin while you're wearing them, so that it really, like, it would take a pretty significant impact to hit your shin pretty hard with these through them. These are my go-tos. I've ridden several different types of shin guards in the past. I really enjoy these so far, and they're pretty affordable. That's really great. So, okay, so next we got some stickers here. We can throw these in with jam stuff. Shadow Rant Sabrosa stickers. Love it. So next in the shadow riding gear realm is something I'm genuinely like, I'm stoked for this one. When Sam brought it up when we were on the phone, I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. I've been thinking about something like this and haven't pulled the trigger or committed to anything. We have the labels on here. What's this? The Session V2 backpack. This is a backpack built for BMX. Wow. The quality here. Check this out. The arm strap has like a velvety material on the backside of it. That is sick. You got a chest strap, which if you've ever hiked with a backpack, like a heavy backpack, you know that these chest straps pull it closer, pull the backpack closer to you higher up, which centers the gravity over you more and makes it feel lighter. It's got a waist strap as well, does the same thing, keeps it close. Drink compartment, whatever you want to put in there compartment. Another, I'm assuming tripod type compartment here because it's got this. This will be my water bottle compartment. I have 2 water bottle compartments. The reason I'm saying all of this and why I'm stoked, I'll grab my old bag. This bag is a camera bag. And when I used my camera for filming all the time for like edits and things, this camera bag was amazing. All the different lenses would go in the different compartments. But if we open this thing up now, you'll see, you may be able to see that these compartments are largely empty. I've got my cord for my microphone, which is using the camera cord for it right now. And I've got, you know, a pair of headphones, battery charger, battery, lights in here. But like for the most part, there's not really any camera gear in here anymore because I don't use it. I use my phone for everything. So I put a drink in the tripod section. I've got all kinds of other stuff in here in a way that, and like all my tools go in the laptop compartment. And when I put it on my bag or back anymore, it's just annoying because the tripod thing sticks out funny. It's frustrating. So I was like, man, I need to just get a different bag. Not to mention that I don't even keep my camera in it anymore because I ride so much that it'd just be taking it out and putting it back in. So my camera just floats around wherever. So now I can put my camera in there and store it in there for filming and everything when I do these types of videos and have this backpack dedicated for riding. So I haven't actually seen one of these in person. Let's take a look on the inside. So it's got this Velcro and zipper pack, which has got like a mesh compartment in here. I'm assuming this is like for your pads because it's got a air out area or where water could come through if it was happen to get wet. This makes sense for a great pad compartment. My pads end up stinking, so I'll probably not put my pads in my bag because I don't want to stink it up. But then we've got, let's see, zip that all the way up. We've got at the top here, there is a sunglasses or whatever else you might want to put in here compartment, something you use regularly. Probably put drinks up there or the sides. Then let's see, so then we've got the main compartment up top here, which I gotta say is pretty quality. I mean, the inside here has like a laptop tablet type area that also has that velvety suede material on the inside and a Velcro strap to keep things safe. And then we zip this one up. That's the main compartment, the largest compartment. Then on the bottom, we have a whole nother compartment here. Oh, this looks like there's a zipper in here. There's a flap on the inside that you may be able to see, this area right here, the barrier between these two. You can take that out to make it all one giant compartment, or you can keep this in the bottom. And this bottom has foam inside it, and feels kind of like the inside of like a cooler. So you could probably put drinks in here and keep them cool for longer, which is another awesome thing that like my current bag just doesn't offer. So the one you're drinking's in here, the ones you're waiting to drink go in there. The back side has the Shadow logo on it, and ultimately this backpack is called the Session backpack for a reason, very clearly. I haven't checked one of these out yet, but I'm gonna have to do a full review on this later once I've used it, because it seems to be like what you need for riding. So sick. I'm stoked to have this. Next, the part that I would argue matters probably the most. Not t-shirts, but we will get to t-shirts. So we've got wow, a lot of shirts in here. So there's several different kinds of helmet in here, and there's 4 of them. I'm only going to be keeping 2 of them, or 1 of them rather, and then I will be giving the rest of them out at the trail jam or to someone who happens to show up without a helmet and you need a helmet to ride at our trails. So what we have here, first of all, is the classic helmet in army green. This is a color that is offered in the classic helmet. We'll pull it out real quick and show it. This is size small, medium, so we've got variety to give out at the trail jam. The attention to detail, I mean, they got Shadow Crow logos on the rivets. This is the classic helmet. It's more of, you know, your conventional style helmet that you would see. The army green colorway of that. So we've got that one. That one for sure is going to be given away because it's not in a size that I could wear. Then we have the classic in black, which I'll also show briefly here just so you guys can get a picture of it. Black strap on it, gloss black, white Shadow logos on there. This one's large and extra large. Chances are this one's going to be given away at the trail jam. If you guys haven't gathered yet, Shadow riding gear is coming in a big way for the trail jam. Then another classic helmet. We're getting to the other one. There is another helmet here. But this is a classic in white. And I'm going to need your guys' help here, because I haven't tried these on before, and I need to figure out which one looks the best on my head. Immediately, that one is tight. Like, not too tight, but it's like, it's on my head good. It's not going anywhere. Oops. But what I need to determine is which one of these helmets looks the best on my head. I don't know if that camera can get a good view or not. But we all know that some helmets don't look good on some people. It's just the shape of people's heads, and the shape of helmets sometimes don't go together, and Shadow Riding Gear completely understands that. So I'm trying on both of the different ones that they offer and giving away the other one at the trail jam. So this is a look at the classic helmet. I'm not even gonna get to see this yet. I gotta get Victoria's thoughts too, but it doesn't feel bad. I definitely think it feels decent. It's lighter than my other helmet for sure, and this is such perfect timing for me because I'm such a sentimental person about like things for riding, like my helmets, for example. So like my current helmet, I didn't want to get a different one, but the plastic has separated from the foam, and that's the one that I crashed in originally, and I hadn't replaced it yet, even though I should have. And so this comes at a perfect time for me to replace this helmet and not have to feel too bad about doing it. So here we have the featherweight helmet. This one is in white as well. So we'll put this back down in here. immediately when you feel a featherweight helmet from Shadow, it is as it says. I mean, there's pads in here that are adding to the weight too, but this helmet is super, super light. They got the coffins on the top. That's so sick. Was the other one like that? No. The coffins are on the top. Shadow logos. It's gloss white. I have yet to try this one on yet either. Oh, man. It's so light. It feels immediately like it goes further down on my head. This is the one that I was inclined to go with. All right. I gotta check for myself. Oh, that doesn't look weird or bad at all. I don't know. I think if I, off the top of my head, if I'm off the top of my head, if I'm choosing a helmet for myself, just based on feel and heaviness and everything, this is the one. And you may be wondering, why do you get white? What happens to the green helmet? An art project happens with this one. I've got a really cool idea that I can talk about. It's not going to be a surprise or anything, but I'm going to first print out stickers of all of the companies and people that I work with, and I'm going to paint this helmet a base color. Then I'm going to put those stickers on it, and then I'm going to paint green, obviously. A good color of green, my favorite color of green, on top of that, and then we'll peel the stickers off and have the stickers. Maybe I'll clear coat it just to make it last longer. But yeah, I need your thoughts and inputs, guys. Do either of these helmets look better on my head? That being said, and that question being asked, I've got to give a shout out and thank you to Shadow Riding Gear. It seems that working together is something that we had both thought of already, and I'm stoked on Ronnie Bonner as a person. He's a friend. We've talked several times. He gave me the tour of Sparky's, and we've talked. You saw the video he did with Robbie. I'm dropping everything. And I'm stoked for the ideals and values of Shadow Riding Gear. Extend the ride is their slogan. The whole point of all of this stuff is to push riding longer and be able to ride longer because you wore pads. You prevented the injuries, and that's exactly how I've felt for a long time, and I've said in videos for the longest time. I've got so many different padding videos, and after I wear this helmet for a while, I'll do a safety equipment check, BMX safety check, because I did find some updated ankle braces, which are like an improved version on the ones that I've always worn. And I've been wearing them for a while, and they're nicer. They seem to be lasting longer as well. So I'm excited to talk about those. And there's no conflicts here because while Shadow Riding Gear does make an ankle support, they don't call it a brace, and it is meant to be more of a support than have all of the things that come with calling it a brace. So I'm able to continue wearing those. I'm doing my art project to have my green helmet and still repping them because their logos are going to be all over it. And I guess moving forward, guys, I'll be representing Shadow Riding Gear, and I'm excited for that opportunity. I'm stoked on them as a company. I already wear the knee pads and shin guards. The helmet is the next logical step. And I hope you guys are excited about this. We also, my goodness, we've also got a bunch of shirts here. So let's take a look at some of these shirts. TSC to the bone. SS. Black. Oh, that's sick. It's got the, yeah, the claw marks ripping. Oh, I can't speak. This is the Furtive, also in black. T-shirt. Victoria is definitely going to steal some of these. Ooh, a pocket tee. Conspire and inspire. Conspire to inspire the S conspiracy. she can't steal this one. I love that conspire to inspire thing. The positivity is just rad. We've got a yellow shirt, the Sin and Slang lemon zest color. Ooh, the back's tight on this one. It's got a yin and yang on it, on the front and rear. That's a sick shirt. Man, y'all ever have a girlfriend and just know that like a cool shirt you get isn't gonna be yours for very long? Sam and I had this conversation when we talked. He's like, what size shirt does she wear too? Oh, she likes to wear mediums. Okay, so I'll send you some, and I'll just be left with what I'm left with. We got it. Oh, I didn't look at the name. Shoot. BCWYF. I'm not sure what that stands for, but it's got a coffin on the front and a Reaper on the back. Reaper flag. I love blue shirts. Blue and green just go well together. And this is the, I tell you, but it's worn off tee. I think this is their, is it Patagonia? I think Patagonia has a similar, oh, and it's got a 3 table upside down or flip, under flip or whatever. The Shadow Conspiracy. So there it is, guys. I'm super excited about this. You know that I only work with companies and people that I believe in, and I already wear some of their stuff. So as I said, it just makes sense to make the jump to the helmet. So let me know which helmet you guys think looks better on my head, and we'll do the art project on that one. I'll film it, and I'm excited to see what we can get into together, and talking about safety equipment and just keeping people riding for longer. That is the whole point. Some people look at safety gear like shin guards and ankle braces and they turn their nose because they're too cool for it, or oh, whatever. Whenever you get up from an injury or from a crash that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten up from, or you get to keep riding when you hit your shin in a situation that you wouldn't have been able to keep riding, you would have had to go to the hospital and get stitches, or you don't roll your ankle, or you hit your knee super hard, or you fall and hit your head and you don't have a severe brain injury from it, or the severity of the injury is much more minimal than it would have been. It just makes sense, and I think that people are starting to understand that. So hopefully with me helping out, we can get more people wearing this stuff and riding for longer, extending the ride, and just being able to do what we all love as much as humanly possible. So that being said, thank you to Shadow Riding Gear, Sam, Ronnie, Brett Downs. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it, and stay tuned because there's stuff coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check out their stuff. Thank you for watching. Subscribe down here if you haven't, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Goodbye.